All right. We're zooming. I found Jack Hershey. How are you doing tonight, Jack?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
All right. And no, this came about. We're going to talk baseball. You're a pitcher, but you come highly recommended by RJ. Tell people who RJ is.
RJ is a good buddy of mine, baseball player. I've known him since freshman year. Really good kid, good ball player.
Right. But
Yeah,
then, as I said, I don't go to all the games. I went to a game last year, maybe four or five of them, and
yeah.
you looked like a character. You came in. You're both a starter and a reliever, but you came in. You provided energy. Tell people about this.
Yeah, so last year I did a little bit of starting, a little bit of relieving, and then guess relieving, I don't know, just bring the energy. I feel like at the bullpen, you kind of got to bring the energy to keep the game moving.
Right. And then obviously it's the glasses. I mean that you need them to see, but I mean that's your calling card. I mean, I guess you've always had the glasses on the mound, I would guess.
Yeah, I started wearing glasses in sixth grade, and then I guess ever since then I've always been wearing them on the baseball field too.
Wait, you got to see. You know who else wears glasses? Me. I don't need them to do a zoom, but everything else. Like if I was on the mound, yeah, no, I'd have to have glasses, or else I could not see the catcher. But yeah, no. Then when did you start playing baseball? You must have been a young kid.
Yeah, I think I was probably about 6 years old. I started playing just because my brother and he was older than me. So just kind of from a young age, I kind of picked it up.
Right, and also your size. I mean, when you stand on the mound, you're huge. How tall are you?
Right now I'm about 6'5".
We say right now. So tomorrow you might be 6'6".
I don't know. I don't know if I'm done growing or not. We
Right.
gotta see.
Are your mom and dad big?
My mom's like about 5'10". Dad's about 6'3".
Yeah, no, you got good genes there. And
Yeah.
then that's another thing. Look at the segue. That's one type of genes. Tell people who genes is at Del Salle.
Yep. So Coach Jeans, baseball coach. He's coached me all throughout my high school. Really good coach. And I don't really know what to say about him. He's a good coach. Hard, definitely keeps us moving, keeps us working, and tries to get the most out of us.
Yeah, and he has a lot of guys to get the most out of. Tell people how
Yeah.
big the team is.
So last year, I think we had 36 guys, and then so that's bigger than most rosters in the country. And then when I was a sophomore, I think we had about 40, and we had 27 seniors that year. So that was a lot.
Right. And then tell people about what goes on Saturdays because the split squads.
Yeah, so Saturday during season, we'll get up, we'll have practice at 9 a.m. and we'll just split up the teams, go half and half, and we'll just do live at bats like a game, but just inter squad. And I don't know, I like it a lot though. It gets competitive and definitely, yeah.
And then the other thing I thought you mentioned, sophomore. Yeah, so you were there against that bad hop that beat yeah, St. Francis.
Oh, yeah.
So you're back to back. Yeah, tell people about this. There's been two NorCal champions, and you've been on both of them.
Yep, yes, I
Yeah,
have.
yeah. You have to tell people about this legacy.
So sophomore year, we won against St. Francis at Del Salle. And that was pretty cool because I guess I never really like seen that because my freshman year was COVID and they didn't really have like a full playoff. So being able to experience that was definitely super cool. And then I think everybody being able to see that just kind of motivated them to work for it for the next year. And I think that's how we got it last year. And last year was obviously huge over at Valley Christian. So yeah.
Yeah. The previous guest, tell people about Hank.
Oh yeah. So Valley Christian game, Hank I think he had 3 hits. He had like 5 or 6 RBIs, but he had 2 home runs. And first one, I'm not sure what inning it was, but I was warming up in the bullpen and I came sprinting down because I was super excited about it. And then last one, it was last inning, and then bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 strikes, and he got a good pitch to hit and hit a grand slam, gave us the lead.
Something straight out of Hollywood.
Oh yeah, that was straight out of a movie.
Right. And you lived it. And maybe that's speaking of living, you want to keep pitching. And so let put a pitch into the college coaches that watch this. Tell them a little bit about your pitching and a little bit about your personality.
My pitching, I guess like velocity wise, I guess last year I was around like 90, 92, and then I don't know, I just like to dominate on the mound. And then personality, I feel like for me, a big thing when I'm pitching is my energy. I feel like I have really good energy, and I feel like that definitely helps me a lot when I'm pitching.
And tell them you be a good teammate.
Oh yeah, very good teammate. I definitely make sure when my teammates do something good, everyone knows.
And let's say when you're watching MLB, who do you watch?
I would have to. Well, I grew up in Oakland and I still live here, so I kind of like the A's. They're not too good though, but now that they're moving to Vegas, I'm not really sure. I have to find a new team.
Yeah, they need to make things easy.
Yeah,
They're gonna. It's not their fault. It's the management and the owner's fault. One
yeah,
more year. It's strange. Will you go to a few games this year?
yeah. I'll definitely have to. I grew up going to A's games, so I think since it's their last year, I'm gonna have to go to a couple.
And then when you say grew up, who did you grow up watching?
I grew up watching mostly the Tigers and A's. Tigers,
Right.
because all my family's from Michigan, and then
Yeah,
A's.
I see
Hometown.
the Lions up there. We'll get back to the A's.
Yeah.
Put a shout out to Jared Goff and the Lions. Tell
Oh
people how
yeah.
good they're doing.
Oh yeah, they're doing great this season. I love it.
Right. Look at me. Yeah, it doesn't say Lions, but it looks like I'm wearing a Lions jersey here or something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's how did that happen? But no,
Yeah.
when you were a youngster, the A's? Who do you remember watching on the A's?
I remember when I was little seeing Grant Balfour. He was the old closer for the A's. I'm not sure what year, but every time he would come in, it was just like the stadium would kind of go crazy, and he just brought good energy. So I feel like growing up, I feel like that was a good player to like just kind of look after.
Right. I think they called it ball for rage when he came in, and everybody went crazy. And
Oh
then
yeah.
what about this? At De La Salle,
hmm
everyone always thinks of sports. Give
Yeah.
me something that's not sports. So, what class or teacher do you enjoy?
Let's see. Right now, I'm taking history of the '60s with Miss Talmadge, and that class is very interesting. I think learned a lot about just kind of what went on in the '60s, and I feel like I learned a lot in that class and have a really good teacher.
Wow, I want to take. It's just on the 1960s. That's
Yep.
fantastic.
Yep.
Maybe I can audit that class.
Yeah.
I definitely would audit a class on the 1970s, but the 60s, the all the Kennedys, the revolutions, the Vietnam.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff was going on in the 60s.
Yep. We learned all about it.
Okay, good. So I did pretty good there. What homework do you have tonight? We're doing this on a school night. What do you have to do after the Zoom?
Tomorrow morning I got history of the '60s first period, and I have my intro paragraph due for a my final. So
Right, on the 1960s.
yeah.
Okay,
Well, it's three subjects, so I have three subjects, and then I just have to write about them.
okay, but it's all about the 1960s.
Yes.
Okay, good. No, just I'll end the Zoom soon, so you do that. That sounds important. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, here, mention some of your teammates. Who are some people should be keeping track of? Obviously, Hank and RJ. Who else?
It's kind of hard to say. We have a lot of good guys, but kind of I don't know. It's kind of hard to just pick a couple guys, but obviously Hank, RJ, Spangler is going to be really good this year. Alec Blair will be good. Joe McGee, Carlo Garcia, Jamie Mullen. We have a ton of guys that are gonna do really well this year.
All right, and then right now, are you lifting or what's going on with the baseball?
Yeah, we lift every single day during the week, and then right now our field's actually we're doing our infield. It's getting redone, so we haven't been able to practice, but we have cages and we can throw out on the football field, so we're able to do that.
Nice. And will it be a natural grass or in the infield? What's going on with the infield?
Yeah, I think it's gonna stay grass. They're just gonna clean it up a little bit.
Good. So good. So when St. Francis shows up on their immaculate field, there'll still be bad hops that they won't be able to You know about that? Tell people about that. The bad hop, how that gives you guys an advantage.
Yeah, so we have I guess it's called the De La Hop at second base. It happened during my sophomore year in the NorCal championship. And I don't even know what it is. It looks fine, but there's just at second base, there's just a nasty hop and it shoots up like 10 feet in the air. And that kind of happens all over the infield.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Hank knows about it, but you never play second base. But St. Francis doesn't know. I hope they don't fix that. That should be, tell Jeans that's a requirement. They can fix the infield, but they got to leave that hop.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think what else. Let's say I do another Zoom. Okay. Who should I talk to?
I think Jamie Mullen would be good or Joe McGee, one of those two.
All right. This is fantastic. You've given me a new guest to talk to. I'm trying to think anything else. How about this one? Another wild card question. A memory at Del Salle that's not sports.
That's not sports. Ooh, I'd have to think
Like a
about that.
class or an activity. So I'm putting you on the spot here. The Del Salle administration, they watch this, so you best give a good answer.
I can't really just like name one thing. Like kind of like just being at De La Salle and just like I feel like the bond's really tight. You kind of know everybody, like all the classes you have with. It's just kind of like a pretty strong bond, I'd say. And I just feel like all my time at De La Salle has been pretty valuable. I've learned a lot about really anything other than sports too. So yeah.
You were thrown for a loop there, but then that's a solid answer. I mean, just do that well tomorrow on that 1960s thing. You'll do fine. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think anything else I've forgotten. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think that's all I got.
Good. So I just do this off the top of my head. So I think I asked all my questions. No, I just like to thank you for your time tonight. And then I'll be keeping tabs on you. Hold on, I'm going to stop the Zoom here, and then we can talk for a moment. But I appreciate your time tonight, Hershey.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for having me.
Very cool. Hold on a second.